Hey everyone, got a very special guest today, fighting on this week's episode of Dana White Contender Series, 7-2 CES and Cage Titans champion, Billy Goff. How's it going, man?
Doing great, man. How you doing?
Pretty good, dude. Pretty good. Very happy to have you on. Appreciate it. So, Billy, like I just said, big fight Tuesday, Dana White Contender Series. How you feeling ahead of it, man?
Pretty good. Just got to make weight. That's the most important thing right now. I'll worry about the fight after that.
That was the next thing I was going to ask. Is the night before weigh-ins. How you doing there? You feeling good about weigh-ins tomorrow?
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm gonna make weight. I'm never not gonna make weight. So
Professional.
Yeah. I don't understand how people miss weight. That's a choice. But I'm close. Just gonna do a little bit more sweating and I'll be good.
Was it a pretty smooth weight cut overall? Nothing crazy?
Yeah, the last few have been pretty easy. My dieting and like just my training has made it really easy to kind of, and I don't shoot down like a lot of, like I kind of drop pretty quickly right at the end of camp. Like 3 weeks ago, even though I was a little bloated when I was going in, I went into practice at like 196. So I can shut it off pretty quickly, which has been just helpful.
Good stuff, man. Because a lot of people stress that weight cut, so I'm glad you're not.
Yeah.
So how did camp go overall? Are you still over at Dexter MMA?
Yep. Yeah. No, I'm not leaving. I'm not changing. The camp went pretty well. I was happy with it. It went quick. This one, the camp kind of flew by. A lot of times, most of them usually kind of take a while. Like you're kind of counting down the days, but this one just flew by.
I mean, big opportunity. I imagine you're pretty excited. Time flies when that's going on.
Yeah.
So you got 7 wins. 5 of those 7 wins are by knockout, TKO. You gonna bring some of that same energy in your fight Tuesday?
Oh, absolutely. I have to. Not especially with last week's episode. I have to, and just all I got to do is just go out and just fight like I fight. That's all.
I was gonna ask if you watched last week's episode and Dana storming off at the end.
Oh no, I didn't watch it. But I heard about it and I watched like little clips. I saw a speech.
Yeah, he wasn't happy. I think that was the first time he's ever like stormed off, and he was like, "You guys got to give me finishes. You guys gotta fight harder or whatever." So I don't know if that means there's pressure on at all, but is pressure on in there a little bit?
No, I'm not worried about it. All I got to do is just go out there and fight. That's it. If I go out there and fight, then I know I'm gonna put on an exciting fight. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, man. Do your thing, fight to get the win, and it'll go your way. So do you anticipate the fight going any particular way other than you getting the dub? Like do you anticipate it going to the ground, staying on the feet? How do you envision it going?
I might take him down. If I just want to, like just to establish it, but I don't plan on going to the ground. I see him wanting to shoot to the ground after I start hitting him a lot. If we end up on the ground, it's going to get finished a lot quicker than it will on the feet, I believe. But I picture myself finishing them in the first or the second.
Have you been watching a lot of tape? Like, what are your impressions on your opponent?
I haven't watched a lot of tape, no. But I've seen his last few fights, and usually that depends. Like, and I think once I start getting higher in the level, I'm gonna have to start watching more and more film because you can watch someone, you can see how good they are. Usually, he's like, all right, I can see what they can do here. I can see how good they are, and it's been 6 months since they fought, so there's only so much they can grow. Let's see, like picture what level they're at, and I still believe he's not on my level, and he's good, and I'm not sleeping on him. Anybody can win on any day, so I'm expecting the best fighter I've ever fought when I get in there. But I'm not worried about what he's done.
That's I mean, MMA, yeah, like you said, it's a sport. Anything can happen, but I think it says a lot that you have enough like confidence in yourself that you don't feel the need to watch tape. You know you're going to go in there and get it done. Yeah. So are you a betting man at all? Do you gamble at all in sports?
No, not on sports, but I like if I do a little bet here and there, but not like as a hobby.
So the podcast I run, Tapped Out, we're a gambling podcast. So I'm inclined to ask right now, you're sitting at a -240 favorite. I just got to ask, for those who are inclined to bet on you, those who are wanting to put the money down, what do you have to say to them?
Well, so I say I would say bet on a knockout in the first round, but my coach thinks I'm going to put him out in the second. So take whoever's opinion you want to more.
Well, hey man, Billy Goff by knockout. That line's gonna be tasty for those who are listening. So you heard it from the man himself.
Yes.
So you get that big knockout, you get the dub, you're waiting there on the chair, you get your interview with Larasenko. What do you have to say? Like, what do you tell the boss man?
I've actually been thinking about it. I've been trying to like figure out what I'm going to say to him after I win. I haven't thought since I haven't watched the show, so I don't know who Lars is. Like, I don't know I don't know who I'll be talking to.
So after the fight, you go talk to, I think Larasenko usually does the post-fight interviews, and then you go sit down in like a back room, sitting on a stool, waiting for Dana to come out and make his decisions at the end of the night.
Gotcha.
I watch it every week. So
yeah. Yes, I have I don't know exactly what I'm going to say to him then. But if he wants exciting fights, I'm the guy to sign. Like, if you want someone to put on a show every time and fight every time, I'm the guy. Because I don't ever take the foot off the gas unless I have to. Like, unless my coach pulls me off, like, hey, settle down. But other than that, I don't want to.
Well, that's what he's looking for week after week. So it sounds like your performance is going to do the talking for you.
Yeah.
So like I just said, you get your dub, you get signed to the UFC, everything goes your way. It sounds like it will. What is your like 100% dream perfect career goal scenario, if that makes sense? Like, end of your career, everything went your way. How did that go down?
There's so many things. The biggest statement I want from my career is I just want to go down as the best that's ever done it. That's what I strive for.
It's a great goal.
Yeah. Strive for number one.
Tuesday's a start, baby, right?
Yep. Start to a long journey.
Yes, sir. So like, what's your, I don't really need to say this, fighting says it itself, but it's a very demanding, dedicated, time consuming, just really tough career choice. What keeps you like motivated to keep going, especially when things get down? Like, what's your biggest motivating factor in your life?
So when I do get motivated, because I don't get motivated often, like I think it's a wrong kind of mindset to get into, looking for motivation when you're trying to do something like this, because it's so hard to stay motivated as a person, like to be consistent and to push hard every practice. And even when you're hurting, like it's hard to do that with just motivation, because the motivation is going to run out. You just need to have drive. You just keep going. You don't want to do it. You don't feel like doing it. You'd rather do something else. Everything in your body, you hate doing this. You just keep doing it. So I don't know. I try not to focus too much on finding motivation. Things do motivate me, like growing up, just like things with my family, the wrestling, like things I wanted to do in wrestling. I never got that. So now I'm doing this, and I envision a better career in this than I had in wrestling. People that I love and care about who support me, like that motivates me. Like when I used to work at a school with a bunch of kids, and they would love it. They loved that I fought, and they would look up to me all the time, and they'd want to like throw punches at me and stuff. And like that motivated me so much. So there's a lot of things that motivate me, but it comes and goes so often.
Right. I mean, it sounds like your biggest motivator or like drive is self-discipline, and that's not an easy thing to achieve. So
Absolutely.
props.
Thanks.
You mentioned kids in the school real quick. Any future career in coaching, possibly? Any interest in that?
Maybe. I've seen, like, I've got a buddy, my teammate Jake. He like I used to ref wrestling, and he coaches wrestling, and I'm watching him coach wrestling, and like I think I could see myself getting into coaching wrestling. I've never had any interest. Like, even sometimes I think I'm a terrible training partner when I'm training fighting, because I don't focus as much on other people, because I just want to be as good as I can right now. So if I am going to coach, it's not going to be for a long time.
I mean, you got fighting to focus on for now anyways,
Yeah.
But my last question here, I like to ask everyone this question just because, we're so focused on your fight on Tuesday and you as a fighter. Why don't you just like tell me a little bit about yourself outside of the cage? Like, what are your hobbies? What are your interests? How do you spend your pastime?
Oh, I like to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Big nerd. I'm a big nerd too. So.
Yeah. I was playing Final Fantasy Tactics on the airplane ride to Vegas. But yeah, I work too outside of fighting. So I spend a lot of time working. I started my own business doing shrink wrapping. So like during the season, I'm busy doing that. So a lot of my life is consumed by working. So I don't get a ton of time to do other stuff, but like, I like Dungeons and Dragons. I watch a lot of anime. One Piece is my favorite anime.
Awesome.
I read Berserk, even though it's been discontinued, unfortunately. When I get time to play video games, I love playing Fall Guys or like Rocket League. Those are really good. Yeah.
Yeah. So real quick, you ever watch Primal?
Primal? No. What is that?
It's a newer anime by Genndy Tartakovsky, the same guy that made like Samurai Jack and like Dexter's Laboratory back in the day.
Fuck yeah.
Dude,
I love Samurai Jack.
Dude, it's like Samurai Jack on crack. Like it's on Adult Swim. It's bloody. It's gory. It's I kid you not, is the best show on television right now. You have to watch it.
It's called Primal.
It's season 2 just started like 2 weeks ago.
What's it on?
It's on Adult Swim, but you can watch it on like HBO Max.
Okay, yeah, nice. I'll check that out.
If you watch it, let me know what you think, dude. It's so good.
Yeah.
But Billy, thank you so much for your time, dude. I really appreciate it, especially the night before weigh-ins. I really hope Tuesday goes your way. I hope Dana notices the talent and the style you're going to bring, and I hope you can get that money, dude. Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, Kick-Ass Tuesday, brother. Thank you.
See ya.